God says, someone is planning to harm your sister. This is not a joke. God says, listen carefully, because this message is not sent to scare you, but to protect someone who matters to you more than you realize. Someone who carries your blood. Someone whose laughter you grew up with. Someone whose tears you have seen. Someone whose safety affects your heart directly, your sister. Yes. God says, someone is planning to harm your sister. And this time, it's not a warning you can ignore. This time, heaven is speaking with urgency, with fire, with divine speed. God says, I need you to listen, because the enemy thinks you are distracted. The enemy thinks you won't notice. But I am showing you everything before it happens. Right now, in the unseen world, forces are moving. Some people are talking behind walls. Some energy is shifting against your sister. Someone who smiles in front of her is hiding a knife of jealousy behind their back. Someone who pretends to care is carrying poison in their heart. Someone who acts like a friend is actually carrying a plan to destroy her peace, her confidence, her name, her opportunities. But God says, I will not let anything touch her as long as you are alert and connected to my voice. Hear this clearly. This is not a normal message. This is not a coincidence. This is not a random moment. This is heaven interrupting your timeline because something was about to go wrong. God says, I am stopping it before it begins. Right now, a storm was forming around your sister. Not the kind of storm that makes noise, but the kind that slowly spreads through silence. A storm of betrayal. A storm of fake intentions. A storm of wrong people trying to pull her into darkness. A storm of someone who wants to use her, mislead her, or hurt her emotionally, mentally, or socially. But God says, I have chosen you as the shield. I have chosen you as the one who will stand between her and danger. You may not realize it, but heaven has given you a responsibility. A responsibility written long before your birth. You are connected to your sister not just by family, but by divine purpose. Her destiny is tied with yours. Her protection is tied with your strength. When she rises, you rise. When she is safe, you feel peace. When she cries, your heart breaks. God says, you are the protector I placed beside her. And today, I am activating that power inside you. Listen carefully. Your sister is spiritually sensitive. She feels energy quickly. She gets hurt easily. She trusts people who do not deserve her. She believes the words of those who speak sweetly, even if their intentions are bitter. She has a pure heart, and that purity makes her a target for people who carry darkness. But God says, her purity is my light. And I will guard that light through you. There is someone around her. Maybe a friend, maybe an acquaintance, maybe a colleague, maybe someone she doesn't even suspect, who carries jealousy. This jealousy is not loud. It's quiet. Hidden. The kind of jealousy that pretends to celebrate her but secretly wants her to fail. God says, they see her potential. They see her beauty. They see her strength. And instead of being inspired, they want to trap it. They want to limit it. They want to dim her light. But God also says, they don't know she is protected by my hand and your presence. Heaven has already seen the plot. Heaven has already seen the conversations. Heaven has already seen the intentions. Heaven has already seen the danger. And that is why this message is reaching you before the attack even begins. God says, you must stay close to her. You must watch her steps. You must notice the signs she is ignoring. Your sister sometimes hides her pain. She pretends she is fine. She smiles even when she is stressed. She laughs even when she is hurting. She doesn't want to worry the family. She doesn't want to look weak. She doesn't want to trouble anyone. But God says, I see the pain she hides. I hear the thoughts she never speaks. I know the battles she fights alone. And right now, she is fighting one of the biggest battles, and she doesn't even realize it. Someone is manipulating her. Someone is trying to influence her decisions. Someone is trying to push her away from the right path. Someone is trying to make her feel small, insecure, dependent, or confused. But God says, I am breaking every influence that was sent to harm her. This is where you come in. Your voice will guide her. Your support will strengthen her. Your presence will protect her. Your wisdom will open her eyes. God says, you don't even know how powerful you are in her life. She listens to you even when she pretends she doesn't. She trusts you even when she doesn't say it. She feels safe with you because your soul carries the light I placed inside you. Right now, heaven is surrounding her with protection. Angels are standing near her. A spiritual wall is being built around her name and her future. But God says, you are the key to completing this protection. You have to talk to her. You have to observe her behavior. You have to understand what she's not telling you. You have to notice the changes she has been hiding. Has she been quieter lately? Has she been stressed? Has she been distant? Has she been trusting someone new too fast? Has she been telling you less than usual? Has she been confused or emotional? Has she been feeling pressure? These are not small signs. These are not random behaviors. These are signals heaven is asking you to pay attention to. God says, someone wants to break her emotionally. Someone wants to shake her confidence. Someone wants to turn her against her path. But this attempt will fail. It will fail because you opened this message. It will fail because heaven warned you. It will fail because the light inside you is stronger than the plan of those who carry darkness. God says, they don't know who they are touching. They don't know she is connected to me. They don't know she is surrounded by angels. They don't know her destiny is protected by divine fire. Your sister is stepping into a season of growth. Many blessings are coming to her. New opportunities, new strength, new confidence, new recognition. And when blessings arrive, envy rises. When growth begins, attacks begin. When light increases, shadows get louder. But God says, her blessing will not be stolen. Her destiny will not be delayed. Her spirit will not be broken. I will expose every danger before it reaches her. Your role now is simple but powerful. Stay aware. Stay connected. Stay protective. Stay watchful. A conversation may reveal something. A behavior may reveal something. A small mistake may reveal something. A sudden change in someone's attitude may reveal something. God says, I will show you signs. I will give you feelings. I will give you intuition. Don't ignore it. If you suddenly start feeling protective, if you suddenly feel worried, if you suddenly sense something is wrong, if you suddenly notice someone acting strange around her, that is not random. That is heaven speaking to you directly. God says, I have placed my warning inside your spirit. Your sister may be unaware right now, but she is being watched over. The danger is real, but the protection is stronger. The attack is planned, but the shield is active. The enemy is moving, but heaven is faster. God says, no harm will succeed. Not while I am watching. Not while you are alert. Not while my power stands between her and danger. This message is not meant to scare you. It is meant to strengthen you. It is meant to awaken your inner protector. It is meant to remind you of your spiritual responsibility. It is meant to prepare you before something even attempts to happen. God says, you are the chosen one for her protection. I trust you. I am guiding you. I am standing beside you. Stay close to her. Talk to her with kindness. Observe her energy. Guide her gently. Be the light she needs. Because heaven has already decided, your sister will rise. Your sister will be safe. Your sister will be protected. Your sister will not fall into anyone's trap. God says, I have surrounded her with my power, and I will fight anyone who tries to harm her. And this is only the beginning of the message. God says. Now listen even more carefully, because the next part of this message is deeper. What I am about to reveal will open your eyes to things you never noticed before. Your sister has a soft heart, and soft hearts attract both good and bad energies. People are drawn to her light. Some come near her because they admire her kindness, but others come close because they see her as an easy target. Your sister doesn't show it, but she has been affected by someone's hidden negativity for a while. God says, she ignores the signs, but you cannot ignore them anymore. There is someone who has been observing her closely. Not with love, not with care, but with envy and silent irritation. Someone who gets uncomfortable when she succeeds. Someone who smiles in front of her but secretly wants her to fail. Someone who has been waiting for a chance to pull her into stress, confusion, or emotional damage. But God says, I am revealing their shadow so you can protect her from their plan. Think about the last time your sister looked tired for no reason. Think about the last time she responded with a forced smile. Think about the last time she avoided a topic. Think about the last time she changed the subject when you asked her something. Think about the last time she hid her pain behind a joke. God says, she is carrying weight she never shared with anyone. Someone has been draining her emotionally. Someone has been influencing her confidence. Someone has been trying to create fear in her mind. Someone has been pretending to care, but their intentions are not pure. God says, this person's mask will fall soon. The universe is shifting. The spiritual world is exposing hidden intentions. And the first person chosen to receive this warning is you. Not because you are the only one who cares, but because you have the strength to actually do something about it. God says, you are the guardian soul. The one I trusted with her protection. Your sister might feel something is wrong, but she doesn't know how to explain it. She doesn't have the words. She doesn't want to create problems. So she stays silent. She keeps the storm inside her heart and pretends everything is normal. But God says, I will not let her suffer silently anymore. Right now, the enemy's plan is getting weaker because you opened this message. The intention of harming her, physical, emotional, or spiritual, will not succeed. The plot will not reach her. The damage will not touch her. The danger will collapse before it even tries to step into her life. But God says, you must stay alert. Your awareness is the final shield I need you to activate. You may notice these signs soon. Someone suddenly becoming extra friendly, someone trying to enter her life too quickly, someone questioning her decisions, someone giving her wrong advice, someone trying to separate her from supportive people, someone trying to make her doubt herself, someone talking behind her back. Someone creating small misunderstandings. God says, these signs are warnings. These signs are clues. These signs are pieces of a bigger truth. Do not ignore anything your spirit shows you. Do not ignore anything your intuition whispers. Do not ignore any strange behavior from people around her. Heaven communicates through feelings. Sometimes your body knows before your mind understands. Sometimes your heart senses danger before your eyes see it. God says, I am speaking through your instincts. Pay attention. Your sister is entering a new season, a season of breakthrough, success, healing, confidence, and elevation. When blessings are about to arrive, enemies show up. When destiny is close, obstacles appear. When your light gets brighter, shadows try to grow. But God says, nothing will block her destiny now. There were people who tried to break her before, but she survived. There were situations that almost destroyed her confidence, but she rose again. There were tears she cried that no one saw, but I saw them all. There were nights she felt alone, but I stood beside her. There were times she felt lost, but I guided her silently. God says, she is stronger than she realizes. And I'm about to make her even stronger. The person planning harm is not powerful. Their intentions are dark, but their reach is small. Their plan is loud, but their strength is weak. Their jealousy is deep, but their influence is fragile. God says, they touched the wrong soul. They stepped toward the wrong destiny. They moved against the wrong family. Heaven is watching. The angels positioned around your sister have already taken action. The negative energy sent toward her is returning back to the sender. The trap they laid will fall under their own feet. The plan they formed will break before it even reaches her. But God says, you must help her see the truth. She needs guidance. She needs clarity. She needs someone who sees beyond the surface. She needs someone who can read her silence. She needs someone who can support her without asking for anything in return. That someone is you. Your bond with her is not ordinary. It is spiritual. It is sacred. It is written by destiny. It is protected by heaven. God says, I placed you in her life to stand with her in moments like this. Right now, your sister may experience sudden, mood changes. Irritation, fear, confusion, tiredness, overthinking, doubt in herself, distance from loved ones. These are symptoms of spiritual pressure. These are signs of emotional attack. These are effects of negative energy trying to reach her. But God says, I am lifting that pressure right now. You might notice her energy improving soon. She may suddenly feel lighter. She may suddenly smile more. She may suddenly feel hopeful again. She may suddenly find strength she thought she lost. This is not a coincidence, this is divine protection activating. But the enemy will try one last time, a final attempt, a final trick. Someone might suddenly show unusual kindness. Someone might try to gain her trust again. Someone might try to get information from her. Someone might try to pull her into drama. Someone might try to play the victim to enter her life again. God says, do not fall for it. Do not let her fall for it. You must guide her with wisdom. You must speak gently, but clearly. You must protect her without controlling her. You must warn her without scaring her. You must stand with her without forcing anything. God says, you are her shield, but you must protect her with love. The danger around her is fading, but awareness is still required. Your presence is her protection. Your intuition is her safety. Your guidance is her strength. God says, I will use you to lead her out of every trap. You may notice a moment very soon. A moment where your sister opens up. A moment where she tells you something she was hiding. A moment where she shares something she was afraid to speak. A moment where she suddenly becomes emotional. A moment where she asks for advice or comfort. When that moment comes, remember this message. Remember heaven prepared you for it. Remember God trusted you for this mission. Remember your words will change her life. God says, speak life into her. Speak strength into her. Speak hope into her. Your sister is about to rise above everything. Her future is protected. Her destiny is safe. Her path is being cleared. Her enemies are being exposed. Her blessings are coming closer. Her spiritual shield is getting stronger. God says, nothing will harm her. Not now. Not ever. And this is only the second part of the message. There is more you need to know, more you need to hear, more that heaven is ready to reveal. God says, now you are ready to hear the deeper truth. What I spoke before was a warning. What I speak now is a revelation. Your sister is stepping into a shift in her destiny. A change that will open doors she once thought were impossible. A movement that will lift her from a place of confusion into a place of clarity. Whenever such a shift begins, darkness tries to interrupt. People who carry jealousy or insecurity begin to move with hidden intentions. God says, but I am revealing their moves before they act. You need to understand something important. When a person carries pure energy, it threatens people who have a damaged spirit. When a person carries light, it awakens shadows in others. Your sister's energy is pure. Her intentions are kind. Her heart is soft. Her presence brings comfort to people. But this very purity makes her a target for those who are in pain, those who are broken, and those who carry resentment. God says, she does not see the danger, but you do. That is why I am speaking to you. There is someone around her, or someone trying to enter her life, who has noticed her growth. Maybe they noticed her becoming more confident. Maybe they noticed her attracting attention. Maybe they noticed her getting mentally stronger. Maybe they noticed her opportunities increasing. Maybe they noticed heaven lifting her up. Instead of celebrating her, this person feels threatened. Their jealousy is not loud, but it is sharp. Their intentions are not obvious, but they are dangerous. God says, they plan to harm her emotionally because they cannot reach her spirit. This harm does not have to be physical. Sometimes emotional harm is more painful. Sometimes mental stress is more damaging. Sometimes betrayal hurts more than a wound. Sometimes manipulation leaves deeper scars than violence. And God says, I will not let her fall into their trap. This enemy uses 3 weapons: manipulation, deception. Emotional intimidation. They pretend to be supportive, but they are watching her steps. They pretend to be friendly, but they are waiting for her weakness. They pretend to be honest, but they are gathering information. They pretend to care, but their heart is filled with hidden intentions. God says, I will expose everything. Right now, heaven is watching every conversation, every message, every interaction that involves your sister. Every wrong intention is being monitored. Every false friend is under observation. Every jealous heart is being identified. God says, "Nothing is hidden from me." Your sister may feel strange lately. She may feel like something is off. She may feel pressure she cannot explain. She may feel tired at unexpected times. She may feel surrounded by noise even in silence. God says, that is the spiritual pressure of someone thinking of harming her. But this pressure is temporary. Its purpose is not to scare her, it is to prepare you. Because you are the one who will know how to protect her. You are the one who will sense things she doesn't notice. You are the one who will understand the danger before it reaches her. God says, "I trust your intuition because I placed that intuition inside you." You may notice a moment where your sister tries to share something but stops halfway. A moment where she almost tells you something serious but then changes the subject. A moment where she feels afraid of being judged. A moment where she feels weak but pretends to be strong. God says, do not let that moment pass. She needs someone who truly sees her. Ask her gently. Talk to her with patience. Make her feel safe. Make her feel heard. Make her feel understood. Your presence will unlock her silence. God says, her silence contains secrets. Her secrets contain pain. And that pain contains the truth I am preparing you for. Right now, someone around her is trying to influence her decisions. They want to guide her in the wrong direction. They want her to depend on them. They want her to lose trust in herself. They want her to feel confused. They want her to feel lost. They want her to fall into a situation that benefits them, not her. God says, I am breaking their influence right now. There will be a moment, very soon, where their face will be revealed. A slip of the tongue. A suspicious question. A strange reaction. A sudden argument. A change in their behavior. A moment that exposes their true intentions. God says, when that moment happens, pay attention. That will be my sign to you. Your sister will need strength during this time. Not just emotional strength, but spiritual clarity. She needs to know who is real and who is fake. She needs to know who stands with her and who stands against her. She needs to know where to trust and where to pull back. God says, guide her. You are the voice I will use to protect her. Do not attack the person. Do not confront them with anger. Do not create a scene. Do not react suddenly. Do not jump into conflict. Instead, protect her with intelligence. Guide her with calmness. Help her maintain distance from the wrong people. Help her see the truth without fear. God says, I will take care of the enemy. Your job is to take care of her heart. She may cry. She may break down. She may share something that shocks you. She may reveal something that hurts you to hear. She may express fears she never spoke before. When that happens, remember, this moment was written already. This moment was shown to you in advance. This moment was part of the warning. This moment is why heaven sent you this message. God says, you were chosen because your love is powerful enough to protect her. Your sister's destiny is bright. She carries a future that is filled with blessings, blessings that many people do not receive in their lifetime. She is chosen for success. She is chosen for elevation. She is chosen for miracles. And chosen souls always attract both support and jealousy. God says, but no jealousy can break a destiny that I have blessed. During the next few days or weeks, people around her will show their true colors. Fake friends will distance themselves. Real friends will get closer. Hidden enemies will reveal themselves. Unexpected truths will come forward. Secrets will be exposed. Relationships will shift. Connections will change. All of this is part of the cleansing process. Heaven is removing bad energy from her life. Heaven is cutting off harmful connections. Heaven is clearing her path for her next chapter. God says, her future is too important to be surrounded by people with dirty intentions. You may notice your sister becoming stronger soon. Her voice will carry more confidence. Her decisions will become clearer. Her energy will feel lighter. Her spirit will rise. Her mind will awaken. God says, this is the beginning of her comeback. Right now, you are the bridge between danger and safety. You are the shield between harm and protection. You are the voice between confusion and clarity. You are the blessing between her weakness and her strength. God says, I will protect her through you. This is why your heart felt something. This is why you sensed something was wrong. This is why your spirit became alert. This is why this message came to you at the perfect time. Because heaven is never late. The warning is never late. The protection is never late. The revelation is never late. God says, you will guard her from what she cannot see. And remember, the person planning harm will fail. Their intentions will collapse. Their jealousy will return to them. Their plan will break before it begins. Their influence will be destroyed. Their shadow will disappear. Why? Because God says, my hand is on your sister, and nothing can move my hand. This is the third part of the message. And there is still more that heaven is preparing to reveal. God says, now I am taking you even deeper into the spiritual truth. What you are reading is not just a message, it is a protection plan unfolding step by step. Your sister is walking on a very delicate path right now. A path where one wrong influence can lead her into confusion, but one right person, you, can lead her into clarity. Heaven has surrounded her with protection, but the enemy is trying to create distraction. Distraction comes in the form of people, emotions, doubts, and sudden changes. God says, The person planning to harm her is feeling restless now, because they sense that their plan is being exposed. This restlessness is visible in their behavior. They may act differently. They may speak differently. They may try harder to enter her life. They may pretend to care. They may offer help that comes with hidden intentions. They may try to pull her into unnecessary situations. They may give advice that feels wrong. God says, watch closely. Their actions will reveal their truth. Sometimes the enemy hides behind kindness. Sometimes the enemy hides behind fake concern. Sometimes the enemy hides behind gentle words. But the spirit behind those words is never pure. God says, I will expose the spirit behind the smile. Your sister might not recognize these signs because her heart is innocent. She believes in people. She trusts easily. She forgives quickly. She sees good even in those who do not deserve her kindness. This is her strength, but it is also the reason wrong people target her. God says, but I will not let her innocence become her weakness. There is an energy shift happening around her. The atmosphere around her is changing. She may not understand it, but she can feel it. She might feel drained some days. She might feel emotional suddenly. She might feel confused about people she once trusted. She might feel uncomfortable around certain individuals. She might feel bad vibes without knowing why. God says, these feelings are alerts from heaven. Your sister is spiritually connected, even if she doesn't realize it. She senses danger before it arrives, but she doesn't always act on those signals. She tries to ignore her intuition because she doesn't want to think negatively about anyone. But her spirit is calling out for protection. God says, that is why I am speaking to you. You are the one who sees more than she says. You are the one who understands her even when she stays silent. You are the one she listens to without telling you directly. You are the one whose presence gives her security. You are the one whose words give her strength. God says, you are her anchor. Right now, her anchor needs to be strong. Not fearful. Not confused. Not emotional. Not silent. But aware, steady, and protective. God says, your awareness will save her from a situation she was about to walk into blindly. You might notice small things soon, someone trying to know private details about her, someone asking unnecessary questions, someone showing interest they never showed before, someone acting overly possessive, someone trying to lower her confidence. Someone trying to control her decisions, someone giving opinions that pull her away from her goals. God says, these are not normal behaviors. These are warning signals. The enemy speaks through pressure. Heaven speaks through intuition. Your job is to trust your intuition more than their words. God says, I am making you sensitive to the truth. There will be a moment where your spirit suddenly reacts. You may feel a sudden fire in your chest, a sudden heaviness, a sudden discomfort. A sudden worry about your sister, a sudden urge to check on her, a sudden thought that comes out of nowhere, a sudden emotion that feels unexplainable. God says, that is me. That is my warning. Do not ignore it. Heaven does not send fear, it sends awareness. Heaven does not send panic, it sends wisdom. Heaven does not send anxiety, it sends intuition. And right now, heaven is sharpening your intuition so that you can guide your sister away from danger. God says, the person planning harm will soon expose themselves without even realizing it. Their words will slip. Their mask will crack. Their tone will change. Their intentions will show. Their jealousy will leak through their behavior. Their frustration will reveal their insecurity. And when that moment comes, you will know exactly who it is. God says, you will not need to fight them directly. I will fight them for you. Your job is to keep your sister emotionally safe. Help her stay connected to her inner strength. Help her stay confident. Help her stay focused on her goals. Help her stay away from unnecessary drama. Because the enemy's goal is to distract her. To break her focus. To confuse her spirit. To make her doubt herself. To pull her into situations she doesn't deserve. But God says, her destiny is too powerful for the enemy to interrupt. Let me reveal the deeper truth now. Your sister is entering a season where she will shine more than ever before. Her energy will attract opportunities. Her talent will be recognized. Her voice will matter. Her presence will draw respect. Her inner strength will grow. Her future will open in ways she never imagined. With big blessings come big attacks. With big breakthroughs come hidden enemies. With new seasons come new challenges. But God says, I have already surrounded her with light. Every person who has bad intentions will lose access to her. Every person who tries to manipulate her will be exposed. Every person who carries jealousy will distance themselves. Every person who plans harm will face their own downfall. Because heaven has decided, your sister will rise. Your sister will be protected. Your sister will not break. Your sister will not fall into anyone's trap. God says, I will make her stronger than her attacks. She will soon realize her worth. She will see her own strength. She will recognize her true supporters. She will walk away from toxic people. She will stand with confidence. She will feel a shift in her soul. She will sense peace returning to her life. She will feel happiness growing again. And you will see it happening right in front of your eyes. God says, but before her elevation begins, the enemy will try one last trick. Do not be surprised if someone tries to reconnect suddenly, someone tries to play the victim. Someone sends emotional messages, someone behaves extra sweet, someone pretends they changed, someone tries to confuse her with kindness. God says, this is manipulation disguised as care. Do not let her fall for it. Your voice will guide her. Your presence will steady her. Your support will protect her. Your wisdom will show her the truth. God says, you are the person she needs the most right now. The spiritual world is working in your favor. The truth is opening. The danger is weakening. The protection is increasing. The light is rising. The shadows are falling. God says, no harm will reach your sister. Not while I am watching. Not while you are alert. Not while this message has been delivered. This is the fourth part of the message. The next part will take you even deeper into what heaven is preparing for her future. God says, now I will take you even deeper. You have heard my warning. You have heard my revelation. But now, you will hear my plan. The plan that will not only protect your sister, but transform her completely. Your sister is standing at a spiritual doorway. Behind her is everything she has survived, ahead of her is everything she was born for. But right now, she is in the middle, the place where transitions feel confusing, heavy, emotional, and overwhelming. God says, this transition is why the enemy targeted her. The enemy never attacks someone who is weak. The enemy attacks someone who threatens darkness. Your sister is not weak, her heart is powerful. Her potential threatens people who cannot grow. Her kindness exposes those who live in jealousy. Her light disturbs those who carry negative intentions. God says, the attack is proof of her importance. Someone around her knows she is rising, maybe more than she realizes. They see her confidence building. They see her spirit becoming stronger. They see her walking toward a destiny that will change her life. They see her stepping into blessings they never received. And instead of being happy, they feel small. Instead of celebrating her, they feel threatened. Instead of supporting her, they want to stop her. God says, their jealousy is a confession of your sister's greatness. But understand this, jealousy does not stay silent forever. It grows. It becomes dangerous. It becomes sharp. It becomes poisonous. And that poison has been floating near your sister's life for some time. You may not have noticed it. She may not have spoken about it. No one may have seen it clearly. But heaven saw everything. God says, nothing escapes my eyes. Your sister has been protected from many things she doesn't even know about. Heaven stood between her and betrayal. Heaven blocked conversations that were meant to hurt her. Heaven stopped certain people from entering her life. Heaven removed people who only wanted to use her. But now, the enemy tried a different method. Not a direct attack. Not an obvious threat. Not a loud problem. But a slow emotional trap. God says, they tried to confuse her heart. Someone tried to create distance between her and the people who care about her. Someone tried to influence her thoughts. Someone tried to make her doubt herself. Someone tried to break her confidence from the inside out. And that is why she has been feeling emotionally tired, confused, without reason, distant from loved ones, unsure of her decisions. Sensitive to small things, stressed by small problems, unusually quiet, suddenly worried about the future. These are not random emotions. These are signs of spiritual interference. God says, "But I have stopped that interference now." There will be a shift inside her spirit. A sudden lightness. A sudden clarity. A sudden sense of control. A sudden rise in strength. A sudden desire to protect herself. A sudden awakening inside her heart. This change will not be small. It will be powerful. It will be visible. It will be undeniable. God says, "I am rebuilding her from the inside out." Your sister will soon feel her confidence returning, her courage waking up, her voice becoming stronger, her energy becoming brighter, her focus sharpening, her intuition increasing, her heart becoming wiser. This shift will expose the people who were pretending. The ones who acted like friends. The ones who gave sweet advice with bitter intentions. The ones who hid knives behind smiles. The ones who envied her silently. The ones who tried to control her. God says, exposure is coming. Not in a dramatic way. Not in a chaotic way. Not in a destructive way. But in a revealing way. A behavior will change. A mistake will happen. A truth will slip out. A conversation will reveal something. A reaction will expose intentions. And suddenly, she will understand. Suddenly, you will understand. Suddenly, everything will make sense. God says, "I will show you who is real and who is dangerous." Your sister will need strength during this moment. She will need someone to stand beside her, someone who won't judge her, someone who won't pressure her, someone who won't force her, someone who won't scare her. She needs someone who understands her heart. She needs someone who sees her soul. She needs someone whose presence feels safe. God says, that person is you. Your relationship with her is not accidental. Your bond is not ordinary. Your connection is not random. It is divine. It is chosen. It is spiritual. I placed you in her life as a protector. I placed you near her to guide her. I placed intuition inside you to sense danger. I placed strength inside you to defend her. God says, you are her shield, even when you don't realize it. And soon, she will show signs that she needs you more than ever. Maybe she will call unexpectedly. Maybe she will sit next to you quietly. Maybe she will open up suddenly. Maybe she will ask for advice. Maybe she will confess something troubling. Maybe she will cry without explaining. Maybe she will stay silent but want your presence. When that moment comes, God says, be gentle. Be patient. Be her safe space. She is sensitive. She is emotional. She cares deeply. She trusts easily. She gets hurt silently. She fights battles inside her mind. God says, and that is why I treasure her so much. Your sister is special. Not just to her family, but to the universe. She carries a purpose that will lead her into places others cannot reach. She carries a destiny that is bigger than her fears. She carries a future that is brighter than her past. But every destiny attracts opposition. Every blessing attracts jealousy. Every elevation attracts resistance. God says, but nobody can block what I have written for her. No wrong person can break her. No jealous heart can stop her. No evil intention can harm her. No manipulator can control her. No hidden enemy can overpower her. Because heaven has claimed her. Heaven has marked her. Heaven has chosen her. Heaven has protected her. Heaven walks beside her. God says, and I walk beside you, guiding you on how to protect her. Soon, the person planning harm will lose access to her. Their influence will fade. Their plan will collapse. Their jealousy will destroy itself. Their connection will break. Their mask will fall. This will not happen through anger. Not through revenge. Not through confrontation. But through divine rearrangement. God says, I will remove them from her life in a way that brings peace, not drama. Your sister will look back one day and say, now I understand why God protected me. She will be grateful for your love. She will be grateful for your presence. She will be grateful for your guidance. She will be grateful that you listened to this message. God says, your love for her is a weapon I am using to keep her safe.